Okay, hello. If anybody comes on, if not, we'll be here for a little bit and then I'll just go do something else. But we're going to make some ephemera tonight. I have been working on coffee staining papers, and the way I do mine, I get lots of parchment paper that is left over. So I am going to use it, and I've already done a few to make ephemera. So I'm making little booklets to put into a new journal. It's very bright. That'll be better. So anyway, we're making these little journal booklets to put into a journal. And make this one into gorgeous. But it's all with the tea stained, or I want to say tea. When I do tea stained, I want to call it coffee. If I do coffee, I want to call it tea. I don't know. It smells like vanilla. Vanilla coffee, and I made an envelope out of it. And this is just extra. Hi, Tanisha. And then I made these out of, I can't get it apart, out of bits and pieces of, I am good. How are you? Parchment paper, that's what I was looking for. This is the paper like you bake cookies on, whatever. When I my coffee stain papers, this is what I use. And I use an ironing board, and I use this bottle of coffee mixed with vanilla, and I spray down my papers, and then I take a hot iron to them so you get all this goodness on this piece of paper. Isn't that cool? And then I use the paper to make things with. My desk almost always smells like coffee. So this is what I've done with it. This is some of the edges. I just made little ribbons out of them. And then I had this piece of cloth laying around, so I did a ribbon out of it for a journal. And this one, and they're just raggedy. They're not anything precise or anything. I made that little book. No, it doesn't look dark enough or light enough. And it's just 2 layers of that parchment paper that I sewed together. And then it's got 4 sheets of paper. And then I made this one with the butterfly, and it's got this little sparkly under it. And it has 2 pockets. But it's only 1 layer. I was doing them both ways so I could see which way I liked them best, and I think I like it best if you use the 2 layers of paper, but they'll slip right into a pocket or a bag journal, or, and then I've got a pocket. It's 2 layers of that parchment paper. Thank you. And then I did an envelope, and I just folded this over and glued it down so that it would be stronger. And then I don't know if you can see it or not. Let me turn my auto focus on for just a minute. Let me move it out of the way. find the right way. Can you see the numbers that I go the right way? Hi, Crafty Arena. But I stamped little numbers all over it with the same color coffee archival ink. So that's what we're going to do tonight, is make a few of those. And Arena, I will be making a tutorial. I have got to go to Dollar Tree and buy some new, some more, what are they called? File folders, so I can make that. Thank you. So we're going to start with another piece of the parchment paper. That's good. And what we're going to do, this one is a little wider than the others. So we're going to cut it on the edge to make sure that the edge is straight. This is so fun to do because I love the sound of parchment paper. And I keep the edge because I can make those little ruffles with them. And I just eyeball it. There's no set measurement. You can make it any width or length that you want to. And then I just put it up here. And go the opposite direction and cut me the second piece. Probably would be easier to measure, but you know, sometimes you just don't want to measure. I like crafts that I don't have to think a lot with. Okay, I will do that. Ooh, that one kind of ran, but that's okay. Or not ran, kind of jagged. I will do that as soon as I get done with the live tonight, Arena. Okay, so we're going to start by just taking just an ordinary glue stick. And you're not going to put this on the end, on the edges where you're going to sew, because it can really gum up your machine. But I just want it to hold it together enough to sew it. Because parchment paper can be very, very slippery. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I'm going to move this stuff around so I can get to my sewing machine, which is right here on my desk. I have it pushed aside for the moment so that you're able to get a big glare, because the light hits right here on my glass top desk. But that is something I can't fix because I like it. Not the glare, the glass top desk. All right. This might be loud. If it is, I am so sorry. So I just put this machine on a zigzag stitch. And just, oh, I forgot to measure. I do got to measure one thing, because we don't want this too wide. Okay. So there's 6 inches. We're going to go a little past that. To make a good size when you fold it in half, which we will do. Start on the long end. And then we just stitch. My sewing machine is one of my favorite things. Ask myself, I don't know if you can hear me, ask myself all the time why I didn't get one earlier. And your stitches does not have to be perfect. And you probably will get wrinkles, which is fine. Unless you're a perfectionist. If you're a perfectionist, this probably isn't the craft for you. This type anyway. Okay. Sorry, I had to put the machine in there farther, but it would pull up my mat. I hope that wasn't too loud. Okay, so now we have our square, or rectangular rather. Just fold it in half. And that will give us the start of our booklet. We'll give this part inside though. Like this on the outside. And you don't have to score it or anything. But then you do need a piece of paper. So this is my envelope of coffee dyed paper. These are from the Dollar Tree. I love them. I have a whole drawer full of them. This is, push this back. Okay, see all the detail you get in there. Hi, the Victorian Edge. I don't remember your name. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at names. But when you iron it, you get all those, and then these little specks here come from all that yumminess that's left on the sides of your paper, your parchment paper. Victoria, duh, that was a pretty crazy question to me. I am so sorry. Not the smartest person in the room tonight. So we just cut in this paper so that I have 4 sheets when I fold it. And then we'll fold it in half and it will give us 8 little sheets in there. And again, I'm not looking for perfectionism. I think I've said it before on my channel. If my teachers could come back and see me now, they would think I had lost my mind because I used to be very picky about paper. It couldn't be wrinkled. It couldn't be, wrinkled. My handwriting couldn't be messy or any of that. And now I throw it in tea and coffee and Kool-Aid and just about anything else I can find. Okay, so that's the beginning of our little booklet. Were you the same way? I thought everybody would think I was crazy with that. I mean, I would get so bad that I would rewrite pages 3 or 4 times because I did not want them to be messy. I couldn't have a blemish on them. So we need a picture for the front of our little envelope. Hi, Rosa. How are you today? Didn't get my hands to grab a hold of that. Yeah, did it drive your teachers crazy? It drove mine crazy. They're like, just turn it in. It's okay. I'm like, no. These are some pictures that I got from, I want to say digital collage, but it could be somebody else. I think I want to use this image. I am making some parchment paper embellishments, and ephemera. Right now we're working on one of these. It's a little book. I keep taping myself down. I won't hold that down, but it's taping me. It's made out of double layer of coffee dyed paper and coffee dyed parchment paper. Thank you. And then the inside is just blank, so you can, and it will go into a tuck spot, or probably actually going to put it over like a belly band, so it will slide in over the belly band. Thank you, Rosa. So I'm going to ink up the edges of this. I've got my, I'm sorry about the mess on my desk, but that's just, it's how I work. I can have the best intentions, clean desk, and 5 minutes into crafting, it looks like a tornado hit. My husband says it wouldn't take that long. It's just how I am. That's how I work. That's how my brain works. Mess on the desk is best. Hello, Cornflower Crafts. Welcome to my channel. Thank everybody for coming out and spending a little bit of time with me tonight. Jackie, how are you? I'm inking up the edges because it's already pretty distressed looking, but you can add more. Get my trash off of there. If you want, these little brushes will just smooth things out. Your birthday was on Tuesday. Well, happy belated birthday. So we can put her on there like that. Slide that there so it holds that open. Let's I did one of these the other day out of some, what's it called? A glassine bag, and it turned out pretty cute too. All right, I'm going to ink this up a little bit, and I think I'm going to put a little bit of this blue behind image just to give it a little bit of texture and depth. But I don't want the blue really, really stark. But see, I think that pulls the blue out of her little outfit there. This isn't sewn in yet, so I can middle out. And we're going to glue it down to this. And get the lid off of it. Once I get it glued down in the middle, then I will go back and add glue along the edges. Paper towel. That's what I love the blue. It's not my favorite color, but with that little girl on the swing, I think the blue just works. I use the blue, but I don't use an abundance of blue. I was telling Tanisha in Crafty Arena before everybody else came in, I do my tea and coffee steam a little different than a lot of most people do. I use my ironing board and I mix my coffee into the spray bottle and I spray it and then put it between the two layers of parchment paper and iron it to dry it, and it leaves your parchment paper looking like this. You can see it. That light's a little bright. You get all kinds of good coffee and yumminess on it. Now, I don't do that a lot in the winter, but in the summertime, it's just too hot to run the oven to dry it in, and I can't stand the heat outside, so I just sit here with my little iron, watch videos, and coffee stain. Uh-oh. I'm sorry, Jackie. Is anybody else buffering? I'm out of frame. Just putting a little bit of the art glitter glue on the edges here because I don't want it to be loose. And I don't fully trust the glue stick to hold it down. Okay. I'm sorry, Jackie. But a glue stick, to me, a glue stick will over time just give out. So that's why I use the art glitter glue. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. It's my internet. So then I'm going to take this and put it behind there. Or put that behind there so that pulls that out. Ugh, this piece of tape. And I'll cover my ink up so it don't dry out. And since the parchment paper, you know, they make it to so your cookies don't stick to it. It's a very slick surface. So you got to make sure you get enough glue on it to actually hold. But with art glitter glue, a little goes a long way. And once this dries, I think I will take my sewing machine and go and stitch around the little girl in the swing. And I have this little box of different embellishment things. Put another little butterfly because this butterfly is going to have a lot of book with it. Goodness. This book that I'm going to make is going to have a lot of butterflies in it. That sounded a little better. Some fibers. I have a big old bag of hi Gloria. It's an eyelash trim down here in my drawer. So I'm just going to take it, make a circle of it. This one I will use a little bit of fabric on. I am good. How's Gloria? Sorry I didn't get to watch your live the other night. I was so tired. I was in bed. I saw it pop up, but I thought, I can't. I need sleep. So that just gives it a little bit. Oh, I forgot to turn autofocus back off. Okay, so these are a triple layer butterfly from Doris. I'm going to put it in the front there. So maybe I won't glue around her. I totally forgot. I said that. I totally forgot. When it dries, too late now. I already got other stuff going on. Oh, I'm sorry. I missed that. Like I said, I was just so tired. I have just had so much going on that family members, illnesses. I'm going to pop that off there because that is all wrinkled up. Yeah, I will go try to do the watch the replay later. So what do you think? Wrong way. Isn't that pretty? So then we'll take our papers. Thank you. Or that I cut a while ago. And we'll put them inside there. And then you'll have an 8-page little booklet to put into your journal. So that will make me 3. So that'll be 1 for each signature. Focus is going crazy. For 1 for each signature of the book I'm going to make. This one I might use a different one, but I really like these two together. They go pretty good together. And then we've got an envelope. Thank you. So we're going to make another envelope for this other signature. I just got to wait for that glue in the doily to dry because I don't want to put that through my sewing machine wet so I can sew it. And they're just an extra little place in your journal to have a place to write. That was getting to make something else. Yeah, the little girls they are so cute. I love them. All right. I'm just going to take this. I'm going to make this envelope very, what I call easy peasy. I'm just going to cut it off here so that they are straight on the edge. Like I said, you keep these to make those ruffles with. Blue is my favorite. Blue is my favorite color. Plus, I love. So this is right up my alley, cat. I love butterflies. If you look at my thumbnails, every one of them has a butterfly on it because that's how much I love butterflies. Practically every journal that I've ever made has butterflies in it. Yeah. So, okay, for this, I am just going to fold this over to give this a little reinforced edge right there. And I got that crooked, so let's try that again. If this is your first time at my channel, you'll soon realize why I'm called Perfectly Imperfect. Because when I get done with the project, you don't see the imperfections, but I know what imperfections were there, if that makes sense. I was tagged in that 10 questions about you craft challenge thing, so I got to do that. I probably won't get it done before Sunday though with work, but oh, thank you. Okay, so we glue this down with the glue. Like I said, it just gives it a little extra stability and might not tear quite as easily when you put things in and out of the envelope. I'm going to use my corner chomper. And I will tell you that this is kind of hard to cut. So if you put a piece of paper in behind the parchment when you go to do the corner round. You'll get a much cleaner cut. See what I mean? This is glitter glue. I just get these little quilling bottles on Amazon. I get like 10 of them for, I think they were 10 for $5 or $6 on eBay. Not eBay, Amazon. And they have the little lids right over the top so you don't have to worry about putting a pin. Hold on a second. So I just refill them. I have 3 of them that I have out all the time. And I just refill them. Hey, Dawn. Knock that off. Still buffering. Don't know what it is. Is it my phone? I don't know, because on my end it doesn't show any buffering, but I have some bottle put. Leans tacky in it. Yeah, the leans tacky is way too thick, but the art glitter glue is perfect. I also have these ones that I got at local craft store, and they come with pens, and I put Aleene's tacky in those before I found my friend Jan got me the first bottle of art glitter glue, and it's so hard to get out because it's so thick. I want to get some PVA glue and try it just so I can say I tried it. I've never used it, but I hear good things about it. So to the right edge. So we're going to, I just put that away. Did you see that? All right, we need the 1/2 inch size. Let's see, it's very hard to get the parchment to cut properly, so I just use the scissors if I have to. So there is the rounded corners. Now I need to sew around this. And the one thing about art glitter glue, have you ever used the art glitter glue, Corn? Because it dries so fast. You're confused? Okay, so I'm going to sew around this just with a 8 stitch. I just need to bring my machine back toward me a minute. And I hope it's not too loud. Okay. I do that every time. Forget that it's going to move on me. I mean, I could silence this if it's too loud. You can mute the mic or whatever. Ah, Kathy. We're going to put it. We're not going to worry about it. Okay, sorry. All right, get this stuff out of my way so we can decorate this one. So I have my pre-made ruffles in my pile of junk here somewhere. And they are made out of parchment as well. I just love the parchment. You like the sound of a sewing machine? I do too. I used to be frightened of them, but I'm not anymore. So I moved it from behind to here, so when I was doing lives, I could get to it. But now I have to use my left for the presser foot or the throttle, and I get a little overzealous. So we're going to take this that I have pre-made, and it's just the cutoffs, and we're going to glue, or we're actually going to use the Fabri-Tac and attach that. Thank you. I like to share hints. I don't always know if anybody understands me or not. Sometimes my brain gets to going and it forgets to see if if it's making any sense. Oh, that's cool. I wanted to stay, but I know if I get to go out of town next week, I won't be doing my live next weekend. So, or next week. It depends on if my sister-in-law is better. She was just diagnosed with pneumonia. So, all right. So put the ruffle in there, and now we need an embellishment for that. I have lost my brain a long time ago, I think. I think we're going to use this little blue label on here. And I buy these at Big Lots. I don't know if y'all have a Big Lots, but I buy them at Big Lots. And my husband took the little things and pulled their little drawers. He cut that off so that I could take them in and out for the ephemera that I use all the time. It's my favorite way to store my flowers and my cuts of my words and all that, because it's so handy. That's the stuff I do in bulk, and then I use my ephemera folder that I made for everything else that I use. Yeah, mine's the best. I think he's the best. He puts up with all my little craziness. Okay, so we need to ink that. And he takes care of me when I have a vertigo attack. So I was blessed with a good one. Hi, Tanya. Or Tanya. I'm not sure which way you say that. Go down there, piece of washi tape. Yeah, he is a keeper. We've been married 24 years. We dated for a year and 3 months, about 15 months before we got married. Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking for me when I see somebody that's husband is not very good to them. It's kind of discerning. Put that down first. Oh, nice. My goal would be to make it as far as my mom and dad did, but with the age I got married, I don't think that'll ever happen. My mom and dad were married 60 years. But Dan and I, they got married at 17 and 19. Dan and I got married, I was 26 and he was 34, 35, so. We had our child when I was 28, almost 29. So with our health issues, I doubt we've reached 60. Mine is a good one. We will be married 31 years this December. Awesome! You never seem to hear about the ones that have been married for a long time. You hear about all the divorces. Okay. If y'all haven't seen it, this is my ephemera book that I made out of file folders. I'm going to do a tutorial on it as soon as I go buy some new folders. So I am out of folders. I'm looking for a butterfly. Awesome, Gloria. Awesome, awesome. Let's see what that blue looks like. No, wrong color. Got some here that I haven't finished. Okay, I kind of like this one. So let's fussy cut it real quick. He was 19 and he was 20 when we got married. That's good. That you've in today's age, you've definitely beat the odds. Probably because we keep to ourselves and do what we need to do, want to do, and don't harp. I don't know. I guess I know I have friends. It just seems like they just constantly complaining to their husband about this, that, and the other. And just give me my craft space, my craft tools, and let me be. Only dated 6 weeks. I think we had dated probably, well, we met July 10th, and he said he bought our engagement rings, and my engagement ring and the wedding bands in September. So, but he didn't propose until Christmas Day. We live in the house. I was working on the house that we live in. It was on my mom and dad's property. And so I had decorated a Christmas tree and everything and had it in here because, you know, like I said, I was older. And he brought this box in the day I put the Christmas tree up. He helped me put it up. But it was a fairly decent sized box. And I said, what's in the box? And he wouldn't know. He said, all from that day, it was Thanksgiving Day that we put the tree up. From that day on, until Christmas, he kept saying it's bigger than a bumblebee and smaller than a refrigerator. And so me being me, I wrapped up a red brick for him. It still sits in our kitchen. I opened the present and there was a box in there, and it said on top of it a piece of paper, and it said, "Will," and the letter U, "marry me." And yeah, I cried. I think it took me a few minutes to say yes. I was crying too hard because I had resigned myself to a year before that I was just always going to be alone. That there was no one out there that could possibly put up with me and my weirdness. So let's use a little more of that yellow in behind there. So the good thing was my mom and dad both liked him. My brothers and sisters all liked him. So that made it an easier thing because we live on the property where my mom and dad was. That owned the farm. My brothers live on the farm. One of them's never been married. The other one is married, and they've been together 35 years, I believe. Brought me a precious moment of a man proposing to his wife and had a ring box out. My hubby put the ring on top of the box. Aw. Yeah, that's what I say. Dan and I are soulmates. Someone asked me one time what soulmates mean. I mean, and I was like, it just means that you are a perfect fit and you complete each other without him. But her religion doesn't believe in soulmates, and I was just like, okay. Funny thing is, I didn't see it right away. I was happy it was a precious moments. Afterwards, I saw the ring, and then I knew, oh, that's awesome. Do you collect the precious moments? Bye, Tanisha. Thanks for coming. Yes, that too. It's like I described it to her as you complete each other. You're comfortable together. You can sit in the same room for hours and not have that weird silence where you think you have to talk about means absolutely nothing. But you know that they're going to be there for you no matter what, that you feel safe in their arms, you feel safe in their presence. So, yeah. All right, so there's that one. See, I collected ceramic mice, and that's the same year he got me, and I used to collect music boxes for Christmas, and he got me one of those. Okay, so this one I started earlier, and it is going to be, where's the other one? Oh, I forgot to stamp it. Thank you. I got these clickable type stamps on AliExpress, and this is archival coffee ink. And I'm just adding the stamps for like background. I have this thing for numbers, I guess. Just don't ask me to add them. So I do too much of that work. Figuring out the cost. I love how these work. Because you can put them on in any number order. I got those, and I got the upper and lowercase alphabet. Okay. Now, what did I do with that pocket? So now we're going to make one of these. So I glued this one together so that it would be held together. I'm going to turn that sewing machine back on. And I'm going to stitch around these. I'm going to use the zigzag this time. All right, so that was easy enough to do. Okay. It's driving me crazy. I have a little piece of washi tape down here holding this cutting mat or non-stick mat, and it keeps rolling up and sticking to me. What do we want to put on there? I have stuff everywhere. Whatever. Oops. Forgot to put those back in the pocket. We'll use this postcard to make the pocket with, and then I'll have a set of each for 3 signatures, which will be good. I'm going to cut this off a little bit. Ink it up. Because sometimes I have to change my channel name from Perfectly and Perfect Crafts to Destructionator. I'm always such a mess. I'll be like, what did I do with that? And I just literally laid it down 2 seconds before. Always forget to turn my sewing machine off. Anybody else do that? Oh, you're welcome. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you come again. I enjoy going live. Gives you a chance to interact with people who enjoy the same things you do. And I love how you learn something new with every person's channel that you go to. Can't get a hold of that. Okay. So let that dry for a minute. Now we need to make a couple cards for those. This one I just stuck this flinch card in. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Because I won't be on live next Thursday unless my sister-in-law is not feeling better. If she's not well, then we won't be going on our trip, but which would be better for my pocketbook, but at the same time, it's fun, even if all you get to do is go window shopping. It's fun just to get away once in a while. So put that one in there. Need something else to go. Oh my goodness, tape. You're driving me crazy. Let's try this. See if it'll hold it down. Sorry, I'm trying to get the backing off this tape. Because if I don't put something on there, then the whole entire mat shifts backwards or falls forward, and I don't do well with that. Okay, I need to run a straight stitch around these pockets. And when I put them in the book, there'll be a double pocket. Hey, Rhonda, how are you? Saying, help me, Rhonda. He's singing for you. So push this back. Oh, that left the big old glare. Okay, put it back there. So what are you doing tonight, Miss Rhonda? I feel like I need to go back and add something. Pretties. Find my mouse. Wrong way. My lighting is horrible tonight. Isn't she adorable? I moved my light it's making my lighting horrible. Oh, I need to sew this real quick. How's Steve doing? You can just message me later. You don't have to put anything in chat. I just wondering. All right, there we go. Chilling at home. Well, that's good. Oops, I just knocked off a piece of paper. Watch out, the dog will be trying to eat it. So there's one. 3 little booklets. Tonight for a new journal. Aren't they cute? And then I think I'm missing a pocket. Yep, I need to do another envelope and another pocket for each. Okay, Jackie. Are you still having trouble with the buffering, Jackie? I gotta clean up some of this mess. We need to do one more of each of those. Well, not the booklets, but this was just a couple pieces of cut off paper, and I thought I can make a text spot out of that. Okay. And let's see. And then I made, look at this, Rhonda. Isn't that pretty? I think that'll go on a little golden book journal down the spine when I'm done. Okay. Need another piece of parchment paper. So, Jackie, did you get anything good for your birthday? Straighten out this edge. Uh-oh, it says I only have one person watching. No, had to work, came home, hubby cooked, and watched a movie. Simple. Sometimes those are the best kinds of birthdays. My birthday's in the wintertime, so you never know if the weather's going to be fit for going out and doing anything. So I don't usually plan. We usually try to go to dinner. And that's about it. His birthday is Saturday, and I'll be at work all day. Sunday I'll be working, so I can take Monday through Saturday off on vacation. So I don't know what we're going to do for his birthday. Cake's pretty much out of the question here. I lost my glue stick, and it's right in front of me. Carry. No, his birthday is the 5th. October 5th, and then my daughter's birthday is October 31st. Jackie says, happy early birthday, Dan. He said, thank you. Papers everywhere. Excuse me just a second. Don't want to knock any more off over there. Pile it on this side of the desk. Then when I get ready to sign off this video, I'll have to find the mouse. Because I buried it. Okay, I'm going to sew again. If the sewing bothers y'all, just let. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come back, come back, come back. There we go. I think my vertigo brain's telling me that it's straight, and then I look at it again, that's crooked. Oh, yeah, I've never. When I was younger, I tried to take my birthday off, and then I realized, I can celebrate it any day. Yes, lots of October birthdays. We were talking about that at work today. My friend is pregnant for her first child. She never have children, so she's super, super excited. Not that she wouldn't, but. And they just found out it's a little girl. So we were talking about birthdays because she's due in February. And I said, well, October has a lot of birthdays and you had to get through the winter. She just looked at me and goes, okay. Yeah, she's super excited. So I've got my work cut out for me because she wants me to help her get everything ready for her baby shower, which that's cool with me. I'm fine with that. Let's see. What I like that one. Just kind of went with a vintage lady. Type theme tonight. So you were back. Okay. I hope the video on this hasn't been too horrible tonight. You got knocked off. Well, that was probably my internet. It doesn't like to behave. Because I went down to like 2 people there for a minute, and I'm like, okay. So I got to do a baby book themed with little monkeys because that's what they want. Oh, hi, okay, Carrie. I'm sorry. Welcome to my channel. My name's Kat, and we're just hanging out and making ephemera for a new journal I'm going to get ready to start. And just join right in the conversation. Your fat fingers did that. Well, I understand that too. I have fat fingers myself. Okay. We want another pop of blue. So I like that other one so well. Oh, Rhonda, I finished that last journal. I did a video flip through. I just haven't it to YouTube yet. It is, I'm in love with it. I love, love, love. What am I doing? Talking and not paying attention. That's what I'm doing. I need to glue this down. Okay, so get this half and half. You guys want a sneak peek at the cover? My biggest issue is I don't know what to charge for this journal. It's so big. It's 10 inches, a little over 10 inches by 7 3/4, if I remember right. Anybody see a ruler? It's a good part about lives. You get to see sneak peeks, right? Yeah, it's 7 1/4 inches wide and about 10 1/4 inches tall and has a 2-inch spine. What I did with my template. And then I did this differently. It really looks like a real, like it was a real book. That makes sense. Not that they're not all real books, but like a pre-made book, and it wasn't. Just trying not to get the dirt on it. So cool. Hold on just a second. Let's show you. I think I'll put it in this one. That's that one. Yeah, I did full flip through. I love this one. This one has those little focus. The leaf pattern stitching on that. This one was a true labor of love. Did all these little paper clips. But there's a booklet I'm trying to find. All the little tuck spots. Wallpaper. Vintage paper. But I don't know what to charge. My friends at work said at least 100 to 150, and I'm like, I don't think I could ever charge 150 for anything. But thank you, Jackie. I just don't know what I did with. Maybe I put it in a different book. It might be in the Little Golden Book. This is one of my favorite pages in here. Double. I know it's probably going to be closer to 100, but because my smaller ones are at least 65 I have 65 and 75 listed in my shop. So I figure if I go 100, I can always come down. If it doesn't sell, I can't go back up. So The flip through of it will be up in a few days. I've got one more video already loaded that I just have to do the thumbnail. It's for a butterfly journal, a soft covered butterfly journal. So that one was a long labor of love, for lack of a better word, because just learning how to do the spine like that was a trial in itself. And if I actually paid myself for the time that I had in it, it'd be closer to a $200 journal. Just by all the tea dye and coffee staining, making all the ephemera, printing it out, inking it up, the pages. But I don't think, I don't know, I just don't think I'm there yet. I think you have to build your name up to be able to charge the prices that that you really should get for them for what you make. I mean, 2 years ago, I would have never charged more than $25 for one of my journals. I've come a long way in 2 years. No less than 100, Rhonda. I might go 120 or something and go ahead and put like the free shipping on that one. I don't know. Decisions. Okay. It's always decisions. I just love making them. You all know that. I mean, it's where I find my joy, my happiness. I probably wouldn't find as much joy and happiness in it if I was stressing myself all the time about the pricing. So currently working on my Hollywood journal. Oh, that'd be cool. Is it old Hollywood or newer Hollywood? Oh, Hollywood. Go ahead and smack me. I'll smack myself. You obviously said Halloween, and I said Hollywood. I'm sorry. So my question should have been like the cutesy Halloween, scary Halloween, or just a mixture. I'm sorry. Like I said, I moved my lamp, and now I have this glare on my computer screen. Just check it. And then I'm going to use this rose. I'll be forever known as the crazy lady. I guess the shoe fits. I have to wear it, right? I just wanted the touch of that blue on that side. I'm actually going to cover that up. Mixture of both. Yeah. I didn't even pull my Halloween out this year. I just wasn't really into it this year. Last year I made 3 Halloween journals. I sold one. Did one in a swap. Actually, I sold 2 of them. Forgot about the little one. I like fall. My daughter was born on Halloween Day, so I kind of put a damper on anything Halloween in my house. Right. What'd you say, Dan?
She was scary enough.
She decided she needed to scare the wits out of me on the day she was born. And her dad, and pretty much everyone else in the room. Then it was weird as my nephew, great nephew, was born last month, and he had a hole in his lung. Ashley had 2 in hers, and he had 1 in his. And now they're saying he's not growing fast enough. But I think he looks fine. Yeah, the Halloween journals was fun. I just wasn't into it this year, though. I looked in my box of stuff, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm done. I'm good. I need to pull Christmas out and start working on Christmas, but I haven't got my mind set around that either. Girls, you sat there, and I'm doing the 4th one of these. Oh my goodness! I guess I wanted another little booklet. I'm supposed to be making an envelope. Oh well, it is what it is, right? Let's have some paper. My husband's over here laughing at something. Okay, so let's try this again. I'll get my mind going this time before I mess up. No, I was like, there's some hanging me. Is Dawn still here? I just got a comment. It's like I keep waiting when you hear. Finally got the app. That's all you're doing too. Hi, Sue. Hi, Lorna. Okay, Lorna's on here, so I need to show her that journal that I just had out, just so she can see that I did with some of her ephemera. I'm making, right now I'm making little mini booklets for journals. So, yeah, Dawn does some amazing work. Rhonda does amazing work. Lorna is mind-blowing. She does such amazing work. I want to do a couple December dailies in my book for my shop. Oh, okay, she had to go. I'm sorry I missed that. Or if I said that and forgot. All right, so there's that. I need to wait for that to dry so I can. So I also did this. This is made out of file folder. I've done that. I've done that, Lorna. The other day I was watching somebody's thing and it was just going all over the screen because I kept hitting the wrong buttons. So it's got to get, choose one of these cards. No, it's I'm going to do the flip through will be up probably Sunday. It's got a pocket there, and then it's got a double pocket here that I made out of a file folder to go in the journal. This is the front, Lorna. Where is my mouse? It is the biggest journals I've ever made. But I took your little printouts and I made like a little booklet with them. So they have plenty of space to write. And I just used them in the tucks, and this is probably my favorite one in the whole kit. I love this for some reason. I love the different fonts on it. And then I used I'm not going to flip through it all because, like I said, I've got a flip through filmed or recorded, whatever you want to call it. I just have to get it uploaded. And then I used it in here and turned it into like this. I love this page too. But in my next one is where this will come into. It's going in with these into my next journal. I just need to add the butterfly on the corner. I'm excited about this one. I even did a big pocket one to add. Yeah, I did. I made it bigger so that I could make it into a full-size sheet so they could open it up and have the whole back to write on. I believe so. It is, yeah, I give, once I get some money ahead, I'm going back and buy, I think this is a number 2 kit. I want to buy number 1, and I've got a whole bunch of stuff that I want to go back and buy from your shop. This is my Tim Holtz and Lorna journal. It's so cool. It just, yeah, I love it. I can send you the link to her printables, Rhonda. I made some paper clips, which I've never done before. Actually, took them and twisted the little thing. Yeah, it was perfect to be enlarged. Yes, I made the journal. Actually, this one, the front piece of the cover and the back piece of the cover was a little golden book encyclopedia, but I took the spine off and then completely handmade this spine. And I named them, yes, usually. I haven't found a name yet for this one. Yeah, okay, I will send you the link to the kit after the live, okay? Where did I put that? Don't want to mess it up. Yeah. it's like almost to the point of like, do I want to, but I can't keep everything I do. I just can't. I don't have space to keep everything I make. And this one is just, oh, it's gorgeous. More there. This little piece of wallpaper. Forgot what the name of it was. Just yeah, this one was a labor of love for sure. Hi, Patricia. I have to go back and look for them. I'm like, look, where's Patricia? And this ribbon has a little bit of really fine wire in it. So I don't want to unfold it and untie it 1,000 times. Okay, back to what I was doing. But yeah, these are going in there. This is going in there. This is from, I don't know if anybody has ever watched her. Her name is Pam Post. She did this with book pages. And I used some extra paper that I had. And then this will glue to one page, and then when you flip it, the page will have an extra page to write in. And then this is the one I made out of a glassine bag. I thought I put it in a journal already. It's got 2 pockets. In the front, some paper, and then 2 pockets in the back. I haven't done anything with like working with fairies yet. And then this paper, it's not Lorna's. I'm not sure where I got it at, but I thought it made a cute pocket. And then these will hold. Where did it go? These could actually be put into my new journals like this, with the little charm on the side. But yeah, I gotta show her all them. Lorna is like, I saw her first journal and I was like, oh my gosh. Took my breath away. The first one I watched. I'm sure it wasn't her first journal, but it was the first one I watched. And then I went back and kind of binge watched. So. And then when I found out she had an Etsy shop, I was like, oh, yay. There's just some people's styles that you click with and you're like, oh yeah, I gotta do that. Nah, nothing bad at all. So my little paper clips. I was proud of these because I've never been able to do them. I finally got my fingers to work long enough to get those jump rings on there. So I thought I can put those into this new journal. That'll be good. I just got to start making the outside. Your granddaughter adores fairies and you adore swans. I'm just a butterfly person. It is. It's very inspiring. Sorry, I had to have a drink. Okay, I need to make some semblance of this desk of mine. These are parchment paper that I tea dyed or coffee dyed and then made into ruffles. So I've got 3 of those left I can use, and I've got a whole bunch of cutoffs. Where's the one I was working on? I lost it. There it is. You love owls. I used to collect owls. I had one that was about 2.5 feet tall that sat in my living room for many years. And then I just kind of got out of the phase. For me, I went to something else.
Found a new diamond cat in the couch.
So I feel like this needs something there. I just don't know what. Let's see if I have. Butterfly. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Shabby chic. I like shabby chic. I'm not the best at shabby chic, but I can do a little of it. I'm a vintage and florals. Well, I'm putting a butterflies throughout this whole book. So I think that butterfly, or maybe that might be better. Uncover my scissors. I have this whole big box of flowers over here on top of my entertainment center that I haven't had open in probably a year. Yeah, that's that's like my friend who asked for a fall journal focused on blessings and scriptures and Halloween all mixed in one. I just couldn't do it. I was like, it's got to be one or the other because Halloween and scriptures do not go hand in hand. Thankful, grateful, blessed does not go with Halloween, which is goblins and ghosts. Yeah, I don't know that I could do that one. My ultimate journal for myself will one day be one with Snoopy. All about Snoopy and peanuts. It really has nothing to do with the shabby chic or the vintage, but I love peanuts. I have one made, but it's just covered in Snoopy fabric, and then it has paper in it that I use for like when I get an idea of how to do an envelope or a piece of ephemera that I want to remember. I put it in it. Neutrals and boho, that might be good. But yeah, that's totally two completely different things. All right, the dark one or the light one? What do you think? Dark or light? Need to ink that up. Sorry, Silk. Sorry, Silk is something I've never used. I think I'm going to go with the dark one. What time it is. Thinking about moving my lives to Tuesdays, just simply because I'm off the next day, so I don't have to rush. Unless my husband's TV shows are on that day. Are they? Okay, well, I guess we're staying on Thursdays.
Doesn't matter, they can be recorded.
He just says 90% of them is on Tuesdays. Once I move my room and do another spot, I'll be on Tuesdays.
You want to get a cat shed.
Yes, it is.
Well, maybe sure she has no cat shed.
She shed? I don't want a cat she shed. I want a craft barn. It's bigger, got more space.
Like a cat house.
All right. That's it. I just love the way the sprayed looks on that. All right. We got and this butterfly down here. Wouldn't a craft barn would be so cool? You have the loft for storage and Dan's over shaking his head. Oh goodness. Oh yeah, that'd be awesome. I have never tried the neutrals. I guess I'm so into the neutrals that just little splashes of color I'm good with. But I've seen a few of those boho journals that are so colorful. They're gorgeous, don't get me wrong, but they're so far out of my realm. Like the steampunk journal that I've been asked to make. I'm not a steampunk person. All right, well, I think I am going to actually call this an end tonight because I've already made an extra one and didn't make the other two that I needed. So you want a shipping container for an art studio. I think my yard could handle a 40-foot shipping container. That would be cool. I just always thought a barn, it doesn't have to be a massive barn, but you know, I could put like a little kitchenette and a little bedroom on the side of it and I wouldn't have to come out. I live in my barn. I let Dan visit every now and then. Well, I appreciate you coming by. It was awesome to see you here. I am thankful for your time spent with me. Hopefully, like next week, Lord willing, I will be at a flea market. They're on my way home from one, so that I won't be live next Thursday night unless my sister-in-law is still sick. Don't think my neighbors would notice if half of my studio was in their yard. That's funny. I think Dan started laughing because he'd probably thinking, oh, I'd be someplace else I need to clean.
Long distance desk cleaning.
All right. Well, thank you, ladies. You all have a good night, and I will see you. I will put my video up for that journal, hopefully Sunday. And I will see you next time. Bye. I'm not even going to try to type bye because I can't get to the keyboard.